Barack Obama tweets a really incendiary message, paints with a broad racist brush, even before he has all the facts. These politicians think they need to be out front, that they need to comment before they know anything, because they're playing to the mob, they're playing to the audience. It's really shocking. This is a former president of the United States. And he tweeted out yesterday, "Our hearts are heavy over yet another shooting of a black man, Dante Wright, at the hands of police." Now just think about that sentence. Another shooting of a black man at the hands of police. If that's not an incendiary comment in and of itself, I don't know what is. What are the circumstances? What happened here? What happened here? No. You don't understand. It doesn't matter. We have our racial narrative all set up according to Obama and others. The fact that this could happen even as the city of Minneapolis is going through the trial of Derek Chauvin and reliving the heart-wrenching murder of George Floyd indicates not just how important it is to conduct a full and transparent investigation, but also just how badly we need to re-image policing and public safety in this country. I've told you before, in my research of Marxism and critical race theory, the word reimagine shows up everywhere. Everywhere. That word has meaning. Reimagine means destroy. Destroy. I have a different idea. Why don't we reimagine the criminals? Why don't we reimagine people going to prison for committing crimes? Why don't we reimagine doing away with so-called bail reform that lets people out the back door? I have all kinds of reimagining that I want to do. Why don't we leave the cops alone? You have a bad cop, you focus on that cop, but you're destroying law enforcement. There's a reason why you go into these cities at night and they're ghost towns. Nobody wants to come out. They're scared. They're scared. This is a Marxist movement with Black Lives Matter and Antifa. There's a criminal element in the street who's also joining in. They think this is really cool. And then there are millennials who are brainwashed when they go to college and universities by Marxists and others with critical race theory and critical theory generally. And that's what we're up against. The Democrat Party has basically used these events to advance itself. You'll notice that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have not condemned any of this. They haven't condemned what's going on in the streets. They don't condemn the riots. You know, last summer, people were begging Joe Biden, are you going to condemn this? You're going to condemn this? While his would-be running mate is contributing to a group that provides bail to rioters. And they're not the only ones. So they want a virtue signal. They want the support of these people. It's probably part of the Democrat Party base. And I thought when Joe Biden won and Donald Trump left, all this would stop, Mr. Executive Producer. But none of it stops because the goal is to overthrow the country. You got to attack the first line of defense. And the second line of defense is you and your Second Amendment. That's it. There's nothing else behind it. This is an outrageous statement by Obama. Again, he brings up George Floyd. What does this have to do with the George Floyd situation? Absolutely nothing. He says, "Michelle and I grieve alongside the Wright family for their loss. We empathize with the pain that black mothers, fathers, and children are feeling after yet another senseless tragedy." Again, he makes it sound like this police officer shot Mr. Wright for the purpose of killing him. No, those aren't the facts in the least. He saw the video. We all saw the video. And bring about nationwide changes that are so long overdue. I have a question. What are the changes? This is an accident. It's a tragedy. What are the changes exactly? What are the changes? The fact is you have an individual who's violent, an individual who possesses an unregistered gun. Nobody knows if it was on him or not. We still don't know what was in that car. I have no idea, but nobody knows. Police are doing their job, and the officer makes a tragic mistake. But if that individual hadn't been a criminal, if he didn't try and rob a woman violently, aggravated assault, if he didn't have an unregistered weapon, if he had an up-to-date license on his vehicle, if he hadn't resisted arrest, none of this would have happened. None of this would have happened, Mr. Obama. So they grieve alongside the Wright family. We empathize with the pain that black mothers, fathers, and children are feeling after yet another senseless tragedy. We will continue to work with all fair-minded Americans to confront historical inequities. What does this have to do with historical inequities? Nothing. So now he's taking up the cause, you see, Obama. These individuals, Obama, he's not the only one, these leftists who make millions and millions and millions of dollars, this is their way of saying, as Shelby Steele said Sunday on my Fox show, I'm righteous, I'm moral, I'm better than you. You, on the other hand, you cops, you are not. You're bigots and you're racist. I, on the other hand, I am righteous. I'm a terrific human being. I am moral. You're the opposite of everything that I am. And then he goes off to Martha's Vineyard and his other mansions and estates like he's accomplished something. He's accomplished nothing.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.